Well, we are so happy to have you guys on with us, and happy to get some new music. Summer of Hate really kind of hits home right about now, doesn't it?
Oh God, we're gonna have
Yeah,
another one.
unfortunately, it just keeps hitting home.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's not that new of a song to you, but now, to us, where it's like, man, here we go again, right?
Yeah.
On top of that, having an AI generated video, right? It's kind of just, here we are, the way of the world, right?
Yep. I'm not
Yeah.
afraid of AI. The AI is definitely not going to replace me in my line of work.
No, definitely not. Nor could it ever. And that's the thing. I
No.
think we just have to utilize it as best we can, right?
Oh yeah, it's a
Yeah.
tool. It's a great tool.
Yeah.
You just can't let it take charge of war, nuclear armaments, or banking.
Yes.
As long as we just keep it, AI is good for making art.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
helping people. It can't make valuable art by itself, but it can be used to make cool, beautiful, trippy, weird awesomeness.
Absolutely. And now I'm curious, does this mean we're going to get even more new music from you? Because we would love it if so.
Oh yeah, we got a record that'll come out next year.
Good.
We've got, obviously Summer Hate has come out, and then we'll release another single. Also, before the record's even out, a song that we have on the record with Debbie Harry singing on it has been remixed and released by a DJ called Nala. And that Nala with the Dandies and Debbie Harry has been nominated for a Grammy. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. And how cool is that too? You grew up listening to Debbie and then there you are with her. It's got to be such a bizarre, trippy thing, right?
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That was a Hail Mary. We were just like cross both fingers and all your fingers and toes and came back and we heard that Chris Stein also heard it and was like, "This is cool, Debbie. Yeah, do this. So you should definitely go for it."
That's
So
cool.
it's flattering, really flattering.
Yeah. It's great that you said Hail Mary. My co-host is on the show is Drew Pearson, who taught the original Hail Mary and won the Hall of Fame a couple of years ago. We're so happy for him, and he's one of our great Dallas Cowboys. Yeah.
Cool. Who was the quarterback then? Was that a Joe?
That was Roger Staubach. That's
Staubach. Yeah, Roger Staubach.
Yeah, who's been a frequent guest on our show. But what's interesting? We've actually, I was going to ask you later, but we've been asking people their Hail Mary moment, which is that moment in your life or career where you just had to go for it and it worked out for you. Might have been that, but might have been something else. Like you guys have had a interesting, crazy career.
I think we've had a number of Hail Marys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Geez, I don't know. I mean, that was a pretty big one.
Yeah.
Debbie Harry is a pretty big Hail Mary. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd have to think about that one. I'll have to chew on that one. It'll be a month, and I'll go, you know what I should have said. That's one of those. But yeah, it's been cool. I mean, we've every record stylistically is a Hail Mary, I mean, it's like, because we always make a record that we feel no one else is making that we wish somebody would make, like making a new wave record in the heyday of the Strokes and the White Stripes and Jet and the Vines and all those great guitar bands, and making 13 Tails, making a vintage guitar record at the heyday of Limp Bizkit and the Chili Peppers and Kid Rock and stuff, So for us, I guess that is what making a record is. And this record is just very heavy guitars, very punk and metal riffs. Every song had to start with a punk or metal riff, and then they go wherever from there. I think this one Pete started this Summer of Hate with a riff that he wanted to go very Faces, or was it the Small Face?
No, it was The Damned. I had just watched a documentary on The Damned, and it was just
Oh,
like,
I thought
I
this
want
was.
to.
Oh, I thought this was the Yardbirds riff.
No, no,
No,
no.
that
That's a
that
different
ended
one.
up going Sly and the Family Stone. The
Yeah,
Yardbirds. Okay, so this was a Damned from the get-go. And
yeah,
Dave Vanian is definitely one of my favorite, possibly my single favorite. He and Peter Murphy are probably my favorite singers of all time. So I really wanted to do that Dave Vanian crooner kind of abomination of Frank Sinatra kind of style, and it suits me so well. Um, I love it. And we just finished the B-side to this, which will come out on vinyl in a few months. And that we just went ahead and just shamelessly covered the Damned love song, but in a
yeah.
kind of very heavy, Revolting Cocks, Depeche Mode, somewhere in there, kind of goth industrial style.
That's so cool, and it makes me so happy that vinyl has made a comeback in recent years, and in an amazing way. And so we get things like this now.
Yeah.
And we get big
Yeah,
artwork. That's the
yeah,
really fun part.
That's the
Big art.
payoff for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, Peter, can you think of a good Hail Mary moment that has happened for you guys? It was kind of like, wow, we just have to go for it right now.
It's too early. I mean, it just seems like our career is just a constant of that, one after another. But
You know, a Hail Mary that I didn't think of is when Bowie asked us to come on stage and play with him for his encore at the Royal Festival Hall in London years ago. And he said, what song, Courtney, what song should we do? And I just thought, well, I don't want to do a David Bowie song. And I didn't ask him to do one of ours. I knew that he was a Velvets guy, and I said, how about White Light, White Heat? Because I knew he had covered it on maybe Pinups or something. And he said, oh, fantastic, great, let's do that. Then somebody told me they saw God, one of the big metal band guitar players met Bowie and said, yeah, I didn't know what to say to him. And so I blurted out, hey, you're a Dandy Warhols fan. I love that band. And David went, oh, you know the Dandies. Oh, I love that. And then he did Good Morning, our song Good Morning. He goes, I love that singer. I love that singer in my good morning. And had I known that David was particular to that song, and it's a perfect voice. I was probably in my mind doing Bowie at the time when I sang that way. I would have thrown that Hail Mary out and go, hey, do you want to sing Good Morning?
Yeah.
And I didn't even know. But that's probably the greatest missed Hail Mary opportunity of my life. Like I went for the field goal instead.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, that's all right. You know, this the fact that you even just gotten, that life interaction with him is amazing.
Yeah. And I've got a photo of me and him singing at each other
Yeah.
forever. I get to have that picture. It's online somewhere, and it exists forever. Me and David singing at each other.
Yeah. That's so cool. Well, of course, people have been looking up to you guys for years and thinking that's what I want to do. And it's certainly a hard road, but it can be done and can be rewarding, in its own way, especially artistically. What kind of advice do you give to musicians who want to follow in this path?
Pete, do you give anyone advice?
Yeah,
don't do it.
Yeah, I tell people pretty much flat out, it's like, don't expect to make a living doing this, or that shouldn't be the reason for doing it. It's you have to do it because you love it, because or you have to do it, or whatever it is. It just the business side is the annoying part that comes with it that sometimes pays off, but most of the time is just a pain in the ass. The music, like doing it for the creativity and artistic expression, you know, is the best thing in the world. So that's why you do it.
Yeah. What would you say, Courtney?
That.
Yeah.
And also you get to meet a lot of really cool people.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I mean, it is a harder road, but I mean, I do think it is rewarding to, you know, especially if that's what you're wired to do. That's like the only thing you can do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if when you start, you're generally young, and that's when you have the most, you know, psychological and emotional confusion in your life. And wow, you just get something going. You know, when I was a young teenager, I got a cassette 4-track recorder, so you can record drums on one track, guitars on the bass, you know, keyboards singing, and you can kind of make up a song that you'll never play for anyone. So the lyrics don't have to be smart or good, but it's something, and it's getting it out, and that feeling is absolutely unforgettable and highly addictive to make a piece of music. And now that everyone has GarageBand, and you know, you buy a laptop or a phone, you can download an app for probably 99 cents that you can make music on that is pretty close to how you want it to feel to you. And that is just a feel. Once you do it, I don't think anyone could possibly stop doing it once you've successfully arrived at even, you know, because I would make 1-minute songs. The hard part of making the Dandy Warhols was that I had to come up with more words. You know, it just, or I felt compelled, like that was a compulsion, or you're supposed to. And I didn't believe very many supposed tos historically about the music industry, but I did want my songs to not just be, you know, 55-second songs. Incidentally, during COVID, I did complete, and we did complete. I kind of had to do it alone for quite a while, and then Pete started coming in, and Zia and Brent started pitching in. But a 30 to 50-second song and video once a week, every Friday, a short little song. We would post a video for a new song. So maybe one day we'll pick the best of those and finish them, make a record out of them. The Fast Friday songs, there's some really cool stuff in there, though. And it was wonderful to get it out, kind of like that 5 days to air thing, where if we keep going, we might ruin it. But if you just spew it out, you know, you had a couple days to do it, get it done, get it out, call it good, and don't worry about it, don't look back. You get some really amazing stuff that maybe you wouldn't do otherwise.
And now, of course, you've got so many songs to choose from. We're happy to see you out on the road, but you whittle it down to one set list and still make everybody happy and still make yourselves happy, because it's a lot.
Yeah, that is a hard one.
That's what we
it's
let
nice
Zia
if you
pick
have
the set list.
Yeah, let make Zia do it. Yeah, going out with the Black Angels has been great because we just decided, well, then this is going to be a psychedelic tour, and we are just going to do the psychedelic, the most, you know, psychologically trance-like stuff. And that it's been fun. It's been great. It's been really great.
So what, for those that haven't seen the show yet, what kind of songs are we going to get into here?
Well, we've pulled some stuff out that we haven't done in decades, you know. Off of Come Down, we played Orange a lot of times, and boy, that can be a real powerful hair up on the back of your neck for 3.5, 4 minutes. And, you know, yeah, there's just been, yeah, just the guitar-y stuff. You know, we don't play We Used to Be Friends. that's just a bit too glam rock for the feel of what we wanted to do with this set. You know, Bohemian's still in there. You know, obviously all the Be-In, the Mohammed, and you know, the Boys Better classic psych rock stuff is of course in the set.
That's so cool. And so we're excited to we get a record next year, and yeah, I guess maybe we'll hear a little bit from that as well.
Yeah.
Just yeah, we play Summer of Hate, and we'll I Will Never Stop Loving You is probably the next one we'll start working on to make that a live track. The digital world has made it a lot easier for us to create and write and compose and arrange songs digitally, and then we have to adapt those for a four-piece rock band and make them, you know, transcendent that way, which is interesting because obviously the first few records was pre-digital for us, and you just learn the songs and then you play them over and over and over and over and over and over. Then you go into the studio and try to bang them out quickly and get them with the feel right, where you aren't going take 47, you know. You just like get it done first take, second take. Then you start carving up the sounds and placing them and trying to mutes and unmutes and things like that, and really make the recorded version of it. But yeah, but obviously the digital world has existed for, you know, decades now. So that's what we do. That's what we're good at. We create the songs as a hive mind on a digital platform, and then later we learn them like they're somebody else's.
I love that. Well, we're excited to get the new record from you. We're excited that you guys are out on tour and playing a cool psych rock set, and really appreciate your time today. And then we'll check in with you again when the album comes out. But for now, we just wanted to check in and say congratulations on the new music and something really cool, really timely, and we're gonna tell everybody to check it out.
Nice. Thank you.
Awesome.
Okay,
Thanks, man.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your time. Okay, bye.
Appreciate yours too, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.